Okay, hello, I'm back again with our second card of the June card class, and this is our fun fold card. So let me open it up for you. I just love that little opening there. So really sweet and easy to do. So I'm going to show you how to make this one, and the PDFs are available in the group. So I'm going to set the instructions aside and show you this beautiful floral and Prussian suite. I picked several of my favorite suites for this class since we're having the BOGO sale, and get everything ready. I want to show you. So this is, I actually got this really early. I got it at On Stage last year. It was one of the suites that we could play with at one of our stamping events at On Stage in Raleigh. So I've been having fun on and off with this one. Really pretty with the florals, but I especially love these ovals. Now, one of the girls called these squovals because they're kind of squarish ovals, but so squovals, ovals, they're really fun to play with. And lots of little pieces for the flowers to get that embossed look on the flowers. You kind of run both of them through together, so you get those little embossed lines you can see here. So not only do we have the bundle, but there's also really pretty gems, of course, Strawberry Slush and Pretty in Pink. There's the suite also contains these foiled frames and labels, which I haven't used yet, but they look really cool. So you get a couple of different frames in each one, and there's a bunch of different sheets too. So those will be fun to play with. And then there's another embossing folder, pressed flowers, which is really pretty, and the paper. Of course, the star of the show for me is always the paper. Love the different papers, and I love the sunflower one too, so I can't wait to play with that one. But for right now, we're doing Strawberry Slush is the color of the day, although I pulled out Old Olive because I wanted to make use of this kind of fern sort of pattern with a little bit of Darling Duckling for the smaller sunflowers. So I'm gonna play with that one, and hopefully we'll do the same card with all of those supplies. So if you have a kit from me, you'll have the Strawberry Slush. I just cut one of the oval just to try it out, and I cut out one of the sunflowers or coneflowers or whatever these are, Black-Eyed Susans, from this paper. It doesn't match exactly, as you can see from the cutout there, but I thought that was good enough. You don't, I mean, you can turn it around and try to match it up, but it just won't. So they're so irregular that it doesn't really matter. So I think it looks really good. So I wanted to try that out and just see if I can get that to work. And then now I don't have all those little pieces that I need to put on there. All right, so this card has a different kind of fold to it. Let me put the instructions up here so you can get the measurements if you're on YouTube. So the card base is 6.5 by 5.5, score at 4 1/4. So it's kind of a standard card, but you're leaving off that top bit. And then you have the oval. And I scored the oval at I think it was 1 1/4 inch, just below. Oh, I didn't even score this one, so I better grab my trimmer here and score this one at 1 1/4. So, and it's just kind of below the 1 1/4, just kind of below where the curve is, so that the oval looks nice when you fold it like that. So, and that's going to be our little flap where we're going to attach the cards. If you have a kit, yours is already scored and ready to go. Now I'm going to stamp my inside piece first, because if I mess up, then I can flip it over. I just want to put this oval here so I kind of know where it's going to be, so I know how much. Whoops, that's the bottom of the card. So the bottom, like this, and like this is how it's going to go together. But I want to kind of put it like this. Oop, get it right eventually. There we go. And then I have my thanks here, and I guess I'm going to use Secret C again since it's sitting right here. And we will stamp my thanks. And then I have two different sentiments here. So very much and for being there. So I did so very much on my sample here, which is probably what I'm going to do again. Thanks so very much. And just a light tap on your ink pad, because this one's really juicy. So thanks so very much. And I could even do two colors since I have them on two separate blocks. But in ease, for sake of speed, let's get this card together. So we're just going to add in a little bit of designer paper at the bottom on that little flap there. And then the oval or squoval, whichever way you want to call it, is going to tuck in there at the top. And then my white piece is going to tuck right in there. And that's going to be the inside. Now when you're writing your signature or whatever you put on the inside, you're going to have to be a little careful to make sure that it's going to be underneath this section so that it won't show up here. And then we'll just go ahead and add my flower, and I lost my dimensionals. Where did I save those? Well, we'll grab some more here and add on my little flower and some gems, though. The gems for this one are those pretty and pink ones in Strawberry Slush. And since I'm using the old olive, I think I'll just use the clear ones, since there's some clear ones there as well. We'll stick a few of those on. And then this card will be a wrap. There we go, really sparkly. And just as a tip, there is a really cool embossing folder coming out in the holiday catalog, coming up in a couple of months, of a big giant sunflower. So that'll be really fun. But anyhow, here's a little one, and two different color combos. What do you like, the Strawberry Slush or the old olive, and or both? So when you're cutting out your squoval, I forgot to mention that there's two different ovals, and they're really, really close in size. So you can nest these, and this comes out of one of them as well. So look at how close those are, but how pretty it is to nest those together. And then this one goes right on the outside, so you can get of the smaller ones. So you can get all sorts of different combinations of these fun ovals. But other cards to show. So swap cards, and this is one actually I made. So I used that little tiny outside piece and then a bunch of the flowers, and then Fussy Cut, I Appreciate You. Of course, some of those Strawberry Slush gems. Here's another fun fold I did, just a sort of similar look, but a little bit different. And this one, you can do any sort of different die cut for that sort of design, where you've got your die cut centered on a little strip there to open up, just a fun opening. Now some swap cards. This was actually my inspiration for the cards. So she used one of the arch dies. So arch dies would work as well for that fun fold. And because I don't always come up with my ideas just off the top of my head, usually something sparks my imagination. There's one using the stamps and the dies and the pretty paper. Oh, she put a few brass butterflies on there too, which is cute. And here another one with the paper as well, and just some little gems in the center of the flowers to add a little sparkle. And again, we have the gems and paper, and this time happy with the alphabet die cuts. Now these are the cards that we made in at that little onstage stamping. I shouldn't say little, there was probably like 1,000 people there. But anyways, we did some fun stamping and then cuts just to add interest to the cards. So, and that one just cut there. And this was our first look at the new in colors. So that was kind of fun to see those in progress. All right, that's it for this card. I'm going to dump everything back in my bin and be back with the last one in a minute.